My name is Moon Petrie and it is the 9th of Pantstober. I mentioned yesterday that one thing that I have had to revise a lot is character and character arcs. So I'm going to go a little more into some ideas for how to maybe possibly reduce the amount of revision a protagonist might need. As always, the disclaimer, I'm not an expert. This is not an instructional video. I am simply a person trying to learn from my own mistakes. Now, often the character that I need to do the most work on is the protagonist or one of multiple POV characters. Sometimes it's other characters who need some work, and sometimes it's the villain. But regardless, I have had a few techniques that have helped me to feel more successful about it. And I don't use those character questionnaires generally. This would be a time when you could do that if that is a thing that suits you. I have tried it. I found that I need to explore my character more through writing in order to know how they would answer the questions. And so I felt like I was putting down arbitrary things and then trying to make the character fit those things or forgetting about the things while I was writing the character. So possibly it works for you. Possibly it doesn't, you don't want to do it at all. Possibly you could do some of these things and then see if you know your character well enough to do a questionnaire or to just jump into writing. Now, it's entirely possible that even though it's the 9th, you have no idea what you're working on for Nano, and that's fine. You can do this for any prospective character or any character in anything that you might want to revise soon. The first thing that I would recommend is backstory, is go to a point before any of your story events might happen. Consider the childhood of the character, or if something dramatic happens as the inciting incident, go way back a bit before that and just explore what their regular life would be like. Write a story, write an ordinary day, free write, just generate some material that helps you to get into your character's headspace, put your feet in your character's shoes, and explore the world through them. Sometimes this is super helpful with motivations if you understand something that happened to them in the past, whether or not it actually comes up in the book. Another possibility is to write a letter from your character's perspective to another character, and it might be another character that you intend to be in the book with them, or it might be their grandmother that they're never going to see or interact with in the book, but just to give somebody for them to write to so that you can do that life update kind of thing that people so often do when they are writing letters. Do people still write letters? I still write letters sometimes. I don't think people write them very often though, because I don't get them very often. And one more thing, super fun, very helpful, is to write a letter from your protagonist or whatever other character after the story takes place to their younger self before the story takes place, talking about how much they've changed, what is different for them, so that you get a deeper sense of their emotional arc. Now, it helps if you have some idea of what is going on in the story, but you know, this would also work great as a prologue, so maybe you can think of it as that. Showing the change in the character is something that has really helped me to do better at understanding the arc and creating it as I am drafting so that it doesn't take as much work revising. Until tomorrow, I am Moon Petrie, and I hope you have fun exploring the world through your character's eyes.